Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're going to take a quick look here at Cyber, see what's going on. And yeah, it's cranking right now. Obviously, you know this. The price is an all-time high. Price discovery, awesome stuff. We'll be sure to check out a few different angles. The best thing to do, too, I get this question a lot, in situations like this is to just pay attention to overextension. That's mostly what you want to rely on in larger time frames like this. And this does have a history of hitting a certain extended state and then turning itself around. Okay, but just keep in mind, your guess is as good as mine, honestly. It could continue to go much, much further, or it could drop pretty instantly. The key takeaway here is we want to look at volume as well. That's also another factor. And with increased volume, it gives us increased price, right? So we can see the price went sideways here. And now, once we got an extra amount of volume, the price goes up. Just note, as the price gets extended here like this, and this starts to plateau, that's a case in point where you want to consider taking some profits. So we might be on the horizon there. We'll see here soon. We do have 3 pretty strong 4-hour candles here. Could be followed by a 4th. All right, so if you're new to the channel, I'm not a financial advisor. I love teaching people to trade. I truly hope you can learn something here today. If you do want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is a site, link down below. Congrats to our community members here for some nice profits there on our Bell trade. BEL, we got 43% in 3 days. Not a terrible trade, honestly. It ended up working out pretty well. It's got a little swing trade there today. Tremendous amount of volume, and it's picking back up again. Okay, so we'll take a look at that at a later date, but just know that's awesome stuff. Good job to our community members there for just believing in the swing trading system that we have in place, right? Sometimes it takes a few days for that to hit, and sometimes it doesn't, right? So truth is, swing trading right now can be difficult, so we play it with low leverage, low position size, and assure that we can survive to trade another day. We're not going all out, 20, 40, 60x or whatever a lot of folks do. You want to be careful when you're taking swing trades right now. All right, that being said, Cyber, what we're looking at here on the daily is pretty standard. We came up to 70, broke through it, and came back down to bounce off that support level. Okay, so that was kind of what I talked about, I believe yesterday or day before yesterday, to watch out and pay attention to where we close with this most recent candle, because if we close above this level about 830, 840, we should be good for another leg up. And the reason why that was important is because that was a key level resistance that was retested as a support. Once it establishes support, price takes off. Big surprise. Okay, so keep in mind we got 7 hours left in this candlestick here. Tremendous amount of volume, and it's not subsiding whatsoever. Okay, so again, keep in mind, just because we had the same amount of volume yesterday doesn't mean we're there yet. We have one more, or I guess 7 hours left in this candle here, so this day still hasn't closed yet. All right, so that's kind of where we're at there for Cyber, okay? For the daily. Now, what we want to take a look at here would be the 4-hour time frame. This is where things kind of get a little interesting. That's what I want to talk about with overextension, because oftentimes when you take a look at overextension, you'll see some coins are hitting consistent 9s and others are not. And what it is basically just there's a pattern considered from TD sequential as the 4th previous candlestick, you count up until a 9, and once you hit a 9, you effectively hit that overextended state. So let's talk about that. So we can see here we got 1 all the way up through a 9 here. Price hits a 9, gets overextended, goes sideways for about a 24-hour period, and then legs up again. Okay, so we're 5 hours into this next continuation, or correction, 5 4-hour candles, basically 20 hours in this correction here. And once we hit a 9, hypothetically the price could and should pull back. Okay, so a lot of times what folks will do in situations like this in price discovery is wait for the price to become overextended and then consider either shorting or buying the next dip. So if you take a look here though, RSI hanging out just over 70, that's perfect. Use that as a support level. Until it drops back below 70, there's no reason to consider selling. That's really the bottom line here. To me, RSI at 70 is kind of a really firm indication that we are bullish, and until the price comes back down, there's no reason to short it. Now, I know a lot of folks try to short the top and try to have all these little liquidity swings. That can happen sometimes. You can definitely do well with that. But in this case here, price discovery, there's not a lot of previous liquidity levels to be relying on. So in turn, we got this continuation here, essentially this breakout. You want to wait for the price action to pull back below that level. That's essentially what I like to look at. Okay, so instead of diverging on the MACD, we converge. So all the more reason to leave this one alone and not to consider, I would say, selling just yet, because we're definitely in a position where it should continue to run. We can also see the 20-day SMA. We wrote this, we basically put this on the chart, this ascending trend here, or these arbitrary lines on the chart, as some would say, concurrent with the 20-day SMA, right? And the 20-day SMA is a pretty firm indication on whatever time frame you're on as to which side of the tracks you're on. Okay, we haven't broken below the 20 yet. In turn, we're going to still continue to ride this one out. Okay. Good stuff here from Cyber, though. All in all, looking pretty strong. Last thing we can kind of summarize here with is the hourly. And we can kind of see here as well that we hit some overextended states previously. You see we hit a 9 here, and we had a massive short squeeze. I covered that in the most recent video. And then, of course, we can kind of see the price consolidating, averaging itself out above and below that price action, and then inevitably breaking above the 20-day SMA and holding above. Okay, so again, holding above the 20-day SMA is a huge, huge sign. Okay, definitely looking good there. And a lot of times, the simple moving averages run concurrent with our Ichimoku cloud. But we can see right now, it's best not to bet against this here. We're definitely looking really strong here in the price section. Looks like it's going to continue to move up with that trend. So the trend is your friend until it isn't, right? Best friends for life until you break up. So let's not break up yet. Let's make sure that we wait for this to continue. I would say in the $12 to $13 range, there's a good chance that we should maybe consider some profit taking here, but this does look like it wants to continue to run. Okay, so really cool stuff there. What I'll do is I'll send out, and I do this on my Twitter account as well as my Telegram. I'll send out a potential playout chart and also some key levels for this as well. We got some unfi ones on there, of course, and a few others for just kind of helping you understand where the price may pull back to if it does, based on Elliott wave theory and a few other factors. But right now, again, in price discovery, you don't have a lot of those luxuries. Okay, so I would say right now, the trend is our friend. Continue to maintain it. We drop below the 20-day SMA, or we start hitting another 9 on TD sequential, then I would say we're in a situation to consider that. But if you look at this here, I mean, this is perfect patterns. I mean, this is awesome patterns that it's drawing out here for us. A lot of breakout patterns are consistently occurring here. Okay, so good stuff there. Congrats to anyone who has profits in this one. Let us know where you got in. Love to hear it. Well done, and congrats once more. Hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Also, quick favor, help us grow our Discord as well as our Twitter and Telegram. All those links are down below. Really awesome stuff in there. Keep you up to date on pretty much everything you need to know. I appreciate your time. We'll see you in the next one. Take good care.